Hi, I'm Neha Bhatia. So, today we are going to discuss the most important and exciting part of your pregnancy, which is no doubt labor. So, it is your journey towards motherhood. Giving birth to a baby is a million old physiological natural process to bring the tiny human into this world. It means soon you will have your baby for which you have been waiting for. But today, the problem of birth and labor is a childbirth fear. That fear of birth is basically transmitted, the negative birth stories, through generations to generations, through our family, friends, casual acquaintances, with media information, media exaggeration. There has been fear that has been instilled within us. In fact, I read an article where a woman referred birthing process as pushing an orange through a nostril. It was shocking because this is actually confusing messages that is being created. Because we know that nostrils weren't created to do anything like what vagina is designed. Vagina is designed, nature has designed it to create a birthing process, to bring that birth, that baby out. So let me ask you a question here. Are you fearful of dog? You will say, some will say, I fear. Some of you all will say, no, I don't fear dogs. So by this we can safely infer that the fear is instilled, it is invented, or it has been invented by somebody else's perception. So ditto is for fear of labor, because we know that birth pain is different than other pain. When you are injured or when you feel pain, the message is run away, fight, you're being damaged. This is survival information. But in birth pain, it is not like that. The message is very different. Relax your pelvic muscles, you have to let go, breathe in, you need to surrender, you need to trust the entire process because this is bigger than you. But you know what is a big secret? The secret is that the mother who are afraid tend to secrete the hormone that delay or inhibit birth. And yes, we know that there is pain. We are not going to lie about it. But do you know what? Your body and your baby release certain hormones during labor, which will help you initiate, accelerate, and deliver the baby. So when the more relaxed you are, the better and the quicker your birth will happen. In fact, these are all flashcards that I would be giving you the physical copy at the end of the class. You can keep it handy, you can keep it with you at your bedside, reread it, and get that confidence going. So let's convert this fear into excitement and long for that labor to come. In fact, girls, this is a self empowering process. Just with a change of positions, with a change of attitude, with a change of birth atmosphere around the birth room, and a host of other measures, you can utterly change the inner sensation of labor. I always tell that it is not your doctor who will give birth to your baby. It is you, your baby, and it is your birth story because you are a hero of this story. You are an active participant. Doctors are just your facilitators, assuming that you have a complication free pregnancy, of course. So, the third thing that we need to understand is the knowledge of birth process, because with that knowledge will come that empowerment. So we need to understand the physiological changes that will happen to you before you hit to labor process. The first thing that happens is contraction of uterus. Now this is basically tightening of uterine muscle fiber. Now this happens in time gap. This happens in spaces, in stages. With every contractions, your baby will get to descend down and the uterus is trying to open up. At this stage, you will feel that the stomach is hardening. You will feel that your stomach is like a rock. Okay, now this is one of the best feature, the rest period that you get between every contraction, because nature knows best how much pain a body can endure. So in this rest period, try and relax, let enjoy that feeling of being normal and alive again. Appreciate that rest period. The second thing is dilation of cervix. Now, dilation is basically opening of the cervix for the baby to pass through vagina or birth canal. I like to call it as yawning of your cervix. This is basically measured in centimeter. So, if you see this chart, at 1 centimeter, this is just the start of your labor. When you're in the last stages of the labor, it is 10 centimeter dilated, it is opened up like this. So this, I'll let you tell you this, one hormone called as prostaglandin that also helps you relax and helps open the cervix. So when your cervix is 10 centimeter dilated, your baby can come out, you will be ready to push the baby. Now, the third thing that you need to understand is effacement of cervix. Effacement of cervix, let me help you with the chart. Here, in the first picture that you see, the cervix muscles is very thick at this stage. So once your contractions start, your dilation will happen. That is opening of the cervix. At the same time, the muscles of those cervix will be soften and thin to prepare yourself for vaginal birth. Now, how this happens is your brain gives a signal and it releases a hormone called as prostaglandins. They help to thin and soften the cervical muscle. If you see in the fourth picture right here, your dilation, that is the cervix, is opened up to 10 centimeter, and as I said, that cervix is trying to thin. Now it is completely thinned in the fourth picture. This is called as 100% cervical effacement. So at this stage, you will be able to push your baby out. The fourth thing that you need to understand is the presentation of the baby. This is basically, if you, I will give you a chart here. The first picture at the top is a normal delivery position where your baby's head is down and your baby's face is behind, facing the spine of the mother. Other three are the abnormal positions of the baby. One is breech where the baby's legs is out. Second is the face position, face is down rather than the head or the crown. And the third is the shoulder facing. Okay. Next is we need to understand is the station at the pelvis. Now this chart will give you an idea. This is basically measured from -5 to +5. This actually indicates the progress of your labor. When your baby's, where your baby's head is descent, how is the progress of the descent? Okay, when the baby's head is at zero station, that means your baby's head is engaged at the birth canal. When it is reaching +5, that means your baby's head is started to crown, wherein your baby will be out any moment. So let's understand when your baby will say that, Mama, I'm coming soon. So what are the early signs of labor? Let's quickly understand. So around 42 or 40, 37 to 40 weeks, you might have some of the symptoms of labor. These are all early signs. The first thing that we need to understand is water breaking. So during pregnancy, your baby is surrounded and cushioned by a fluid-filled membranous sac called amniotic sac. So at this stage, you will feel that there is down there will be some water. It can be in gush or it can be trickling slowly down. So that means your water is breaking. The amniotic sac is trying and loosening out. The second thing is contractions of labor. Now we know what is contractions. I had discussed this earlier. This will be very unstructured and unregulated. They will also have certain cramps like menstruation, and these are also called as practice labor pain. They will be very unstructured. It may stop, it may start. Okay. The third thing is bloody show or mucus plug discharge. So let's understand that during your pregnancy, at this time, the cervix is sealed, just like we seal a balloon with a knot. something like that. So cervix is sealed with a thick mucus plug which helps protect the baby throughout your pregnancy. Now, once you feel that there is some bloody show down there, that means that your mucus has discharged, it is expelling, and the color can be pinkish, reddish, and brownish. Now, there is one thing that you need to understand: if the bleeding is very, very heavy or it is very fresh red blood, you need to immediately rush to your care provider because it may indicate that the bleeding is from the placenta. So any of these you will experience at one time, or everything that you can feel, all the three together. Now you may ask that how early my birth will happen. We cannot really say because it's a surprise package. We all like surprises, right? So because labor has its own rhythm and it is not expected to conclude in any rigid timeline. It can be a big tournament, it can be a short tournament, but you'll have to play it out. It can happen in 4 hours, 18 hours, or 24 hours or more. We really don't know. So let's understand stages of labor. So labor is divided into three stages, and the stage 1, stage 2, and stage 3. Stage 1 is further divided into three phases: early, active, and transition. Stage 2 is where your baby is born. Stage 3 is where you will give birth to the placenta. In stage 1, phase 1, this is early labor, wherein your contractions will happen in 20 to 30 minutes, which will last for 15 to 20 seconds. Here, the contraction is far and short, they may start or stop. At this time, I always recommend you to download a contraction tracker mobile application, which will be available um, in your phone, and you can download them. This will help you time it well. At this stage, will probably phase will last for around 4 to 20 hours or more, because it is very uncertain, very unpredictable. For some females, it will be lesser or even more. In fact, I had read a birth story whose labor went on for 7 whole days. Something like that can also happen, but do not worry. At this time, you will feel relief, excitement. You might have some kind of fear, uncertainty, but just be relaxed. These emotions are normal. You need to save some time, you need to relax, and you have to save some strength for later on stages. At this stage, I had read somewhere a woman in US during her labor contractions. In fact, she had asked for an arm wrestling match to accelerate her labor. It was a very, very fun, very interesting fact, because what happens when you're strengthening or tightening your arm muscles, you are distracted and your attention is away from holding that pelvic and thigh muscles, because at every contraction, if you're tightening your arm muscles, you might relax or deviate from tightening your pelvic and thigh muscles. Isn't it interesting? So next is phase 2, which is active phase. At this stage, your dilation of the cervix will be around 4 centimeter, 4 to 7 centimeter. You will have contractions quite often. At this stage, you will have somewhere around uh, 3 to 5 minutes, every 3 to 5 minutes, and it will last for 45 to 60 seconds. And this phase can last for several hours, somewhere around 4 hours to 6 hours also. So at this stage, you will be a little restless, you will feel more difficult to relax, because the contractions are closer and stronger and longer at the same time. So whatever you're feeling, just be normal. Try and just be ready to be active at this stage. Okay. In fact, in third stage, when the transition stage happens, at this stage your dilation of the cervix is around 7 to 10 centimeter, and your contractions will be every 1 to 2 minutes. It will last for 60 to 90 seconds. Now, this is one of the most difficult part of the labor. It is physically very demanding, very draining, and it can be very exhausting at the same time. You may also feel that I can't take it anymore, but you need to be very, very strong at this time. Now, this stage can last for 1 to 3 hours. Okay, now at the same time you will feel that your cervix is completely dilated to 10 centimeter. You may feel like pushing out the baby. Okay, but your baby will be born any moment, but you need to be very active. In fact, there was one book where I read these beautiful birthing scenes of 18th 19th century birth scenes, where they were taking the help of the gravity. They were using various positions like squatting, kneeling, standing, hands and knee positions. In fact, the first lying position was first recorded in 1663 in France. They were never had a lying position. This is very interesting, which I found out. Next is stage 2, where your baby is born from womb to the world. So at this stage, you are completely dilated, your cervix is effaced to 100%. This stage can last for 1 to 3 hours. So you may feel that burning sensation right down. You will feel the urge to push out your baby. It will come out anytime. With every contraction, your baby will move down the birth canal. It will, at the end, your baby will rotate and it will emerge, and your baby will be finally born. You will be relieved, relaxed, and empowered. In stage 3, you'll have to deliver your placenta as well. So, during your pregnancy, you also give your baby is growing at the same time your placenta is also born. Okay, at this time, your contractions will be a little less. This phase will be will last for around 5 to 30 minutes. Uterus is trying to decrease in size, so at the same time, your placenta will be out. You will feel that joy and power within you, that inner fulfillment within you, that finally the birth has happened. In fact, I would tell you that this placenta is a very wondrous organ. It has actually fed your baby throughout the pregnancy. Uh, at this stage, you can ask your care provider to give a skin to skin, and in fact, you can ask support to latch on the breast for establishing the breastfeeding journey. Okay, this ends the 3 stages of birth. I know this is your stepping into mothering, and mothering is sometimes the loneliest job around, and but it shouldn't be. We understand, and we are together in this. Thank you.
So, at the end, I would just reiterate that your attitude and your emotion towards labor is of utmost importance. So, just face the labor like a bull with full force, without fear or without any hesitation. Remember, your baby can feel your strength as well as your fear. Yeah, labor can be unpredictable, it is mysterious, but you know what? The creator is not a careless mechanic. Our female bodies has the same potential just well as a rhino or a cow or a buffalo. So I would just recommend that you start believing in your body and have a complete trust in your birthing process, just like you trust your lungs to take a next breath or your heart to keep pumping.